Yo, Metric Bay. Come on, man. We're back with another one. Yeah, it's a bit early this one here, but consistency is the key. Let's get straight right into it, boy. Cool. Yokarez. Oh my days. Yarez Drama with this guy, for the last couple of days. No one knows where he's gonna go. Saudi. Now it's looking like he could be going to Arsenal, but we're gonna get into it. This is the president today. What he went and said. He basically spoke about the meeting and that he left early, and he just basically the agents come out and said they're moving crazy. They basically lied to them. The president, I'm talking about the sporting president, has basically lied to Yokarez and said, "Oh, we can sell you for 60 mil next season. Don't worry, we've got an agreement together. It's a verbal one." And then they've gone against their word, and basically now they're demanding more money, so they're pricing him out of a move. So Yokarez is getting a bit upset and getting angry. So yeah, this is what's going on. You can have a little read. He's basically saying we're not going to accept 60 million plus 10 million add-ons, which is 70 million euros, which will be about 62 million or something like that. So what are you saying then? What is he going to cost 70 mil? Like, do you know what I mean? Like 70 million pounds. So it's like he wants a bit more money and he's pricing him out. Yokarez is angry. His agents come out and he's not having it. So this is a bit of the news that came out earlier. And people started thinking that it'll be going good for us, if anything, because if he's having these dramas with his president, then we can't lose, can we? This is from Christopher Mikel. He's very reliable. Man United and Yokarez are in contact. According to our information, the striker has signaled that he can imagine a transfer even without Champions League. Man United is not without a chance in the bidding for Yokarez. Ruben Amorim has turned him into a top player at Sporting. Remember, we can't go for Yokarez as for now because we have to sell. Do you understand? We have to sell to be able to afford Yokarez. We cannot afford him at this moment. As soon as we've made about 2 sales, or if we just sold Garnacho or something, we could get Yokarez straight away. But yeah, so let's see how it goes, type of thing. But now it's coming out. So that was Mikel, and that was earlier. As you can see, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. And then the next news after that was from the Record Portugal. And that's a very reliable Portuguese source. It says Yokarez won't play for Sporting again. Won't return for pre-season. Ready to go on strike. Prepared to speak publicly. Relationship with Sporting been broken down. Man United and Arsenal are in the picture. That was earlier. So that's another positive, because you got to remember, if their relationship is broken down and they're arguing over this, it can only benefit the other clubs that are coming from him. There's no way they're going to want him to say it and he has to play. Look at like Sancho with Ruben, etc. Not Sancho, sorry. Rashford with Ruben. He didn't let him play. Do you understand? He was just sitting there the whole time. He wouldn't let him play. He would have been put him on the bench. That might be the same thing. And they can't afford to do that, because if they do that for one season, any sort of money that they're asking for will literally be gone by the time that if next year, if they let him sit around for next year, the money's gone. He's not going to be worth anything. So remember, he's 27 as well, So this is probably the best they can get out, some good money out of him is now. If they don't go now, they're in trouble. The second one says, Victor Yokarez has told Sporting he will never play for them again. Never. The relationship between the club and the player is broken. Manchester United remain interested. So that was positive earlier as well, because look, we're interested. He don't want to play for them again. So we can go on that table and say, yo, put the money down. We'll give you 40 mil. Yeah, just get him off your books. It's good for you. It's good for everyone. Just let him go. So, yeah, it's a bit techie, but... And then there was more news coming out earlier on, which was Victor Yokarez has told suitors that he wanted to wait and everyone was to inquire. And then he would decide who to engage with after his holiday. And that's from Ben Jacobs, which is very reliable recently anyway. So he's basically saying he wants to go on holiday If you want to inquire for me now. I'm going to go on holiday. By the time I've come back, I'm going to let you know who I want to go to. So that's what he was saying. That's what Ben Jacobs said earlier on. And this is from Fabrizio Romano, one of the most reliable journalists. There was a pact with Victor Yokarez agents and Sporting last summer to accept transfer fees of 65 million plus add-ons this summer. However, they now want more, not 100 million euros, but more than 65 million. The situation is now tense. So you see that it's gone from the Portuguese media, which are obviously closer to them, and now it's coming over here where we're understanding what's going on. And look, Fabrizio's knows about it now. So it's all true. So it's just toxic over there, man. So the Sporting president's just being greedy. He's seen that this guy's hit 65 goals. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ask for more money. Instead of him just saying, all right, I told you for, I'll be a man of my word. He's just being greedy and just saying, yeah, this guy scored so much goals, we can get more money for him. There's no way I'm letting him go for that price. Joke, man. And then this is what's come out. 4:33, so literally about half an hour ago from Portugal. So the same sources that were reporting it early. So some people might say it might not be true, etc. But these are the same sources that reported it early. And just like I showed you, Fabrizio caught on later. So Victor Yokarez's agent is currently in a meeting with Arsenal. And to be honest with you, he was linked with Arsenal through the whole last year. That was his main... that everyone thought it would happen. Yokarez to Arsenal was the main thing everyone thought it was. Like, it was just bound to happen. And then for some reason, they just went in for Sesko, and they've just been talking to Sesko so much, but they haven't ruled him out. But that was the person that they want, because Sesko's a bit younger. He's 21. Yokarez is 27. Yokarez ain't really good with his head. Like, he don't head of the ball as much. That's the only thing, like, I would say, is he's lax on. Is his aerial, like, heading. But apart from that, he's a baller, and I will take him any day. But yeah, so this is what's happened now. It's about Victor Yokarez, agent, currently in a meeting with Arsenal, and that's half an hour ago. So we're going to see how this one develops. I personally think he will go Arsenal because it's got Champions League there. Like, they just need one more person to come. They need a striker, and then that's the missing piece, and then they can start winning leagues. That's what they will think anyway. Hopefully they don't. With us, it's a bit like, you know what I mean? We finished 15th. Obviously, we still appeal to him because we're Man United and we want him, and Ruben's there. But for his career, if he's got the options on the table, he's got Arsenal on one side and he's got Manchester United both there. I think he's going to pick Arsenal. And I only think that because of where they're at right now, where he could just be the missing piece. And then, remember, he's 27 as well. He ain't got a lot of years to be he wants to start winning. And it came out, he wanted to be in the Champions League. Now he's kind of changed his tone, but we'll see how this one develops. Hopefully he doesn't go there and he does come to us, but we'll see. And then earlier on, we got linked to a new keeper. If Onana chooses to leave, or even Bayenda. So this is from Ben Jacobs. Understand Nice's Marcin Buka is one name on Manchester United's list of potential goalkeepers. I've never heard of him, by the way, ever. Manchester United still determine whether to go for number one. Andre Onana hasn't been informed he's surplus to requirements, but it's an open situation. Emi Martinez is also on United's radar, along with Atletico Madrid. I spoke about Emi Martinez yesterday. He's really linked with us. He's proven. He's a good keeper. But what a lot of these people are doing now, they're looking at ages of everyone. Emi Martinez is in his 30s. Obviously, as a keeper, you play a bit later, so they might say, all right, no problem, but they want a young keeper that can be there for a decade. Everything's about projects now. Like I just said about Sesko and Yokarez. They'll look at the ages. Oh, he's 21, so even if he has a bad 3-4 years, we can turn around and just sell him. Do you know what I'm saying? And still get a nice little money. If you're 27, 29, 30, we can't really sell you for nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? So Yeah, this is one to look out for. I've never heard of him. I don't know if he's good or bad, but remember, he plays for Nice, and that's Sir Jim's club. Sir Jim owns Nice. So if he was to materialize, it'll be an easy deal to do, literally. And yeah, I hope Onana or Bayinda leaves. One of them leaves anyway, because I don't think any of them's on the level. So this is just another source coming from France. Get French football news, just confirming the interest is there. And he's not even as young as I thought he was. He's 25, which is still calm, but I thought he might have been a bit younger. But yeah, basically just saying that we're interested in Nice's goalkeeper, just letting us know. So that's just more to it to confirm that the story is actually true. And then you've got the GOAT, Real Betis, are in further talks with Manchester United over a deal for Antony. The La Liga side proposed another loan with a 35 million option to buy. The thing about Antony and this Real Betis loan stuff is they keep saying they ain't got no money. That's the thing. So they'll just loan him. They'll keep loaning, and then they're never gonna buy him in the end. So if I was in a position to do this deal, I would loan him with an obligation to buy, not no Sancho obligation where they can pay 5 million to get rid of him at the end of it. No, a proper obligation where the moment Antony wears that shirt again, he's missing. You're not seeing him. He can go there, have a stinker, or he can have the best season of his life. It's nothing to do with us. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna see how this one materializes. They're due to buy Johnny Cardoza. Sorry, they're due to sell Johnny Cardoza to Atletico Madrid, and that's going to be about 35 million euros or something. So they've kind of recouped the money there. They've got to have some other money on the side, so they can buy him, really. But yeah, like I said, another loan won't hurt as long as it's got an obligation at the end of it. If it's got an obligation at the end of it, that's perfect. Let him go. Do you know what I'm saying? We're not going to miss nothing with him, man. He doesn't fit the system. He had his best season. Go back there, be the goal, smash it. That league's for you. But yeah, that's all the news for today. For now, anyway, I'm going to be back on later. An update with more news. Just stay tuned, and yeah, we keep going.